Yeah, welcome to the match Solitaire Saturday Challenge Live. Each week we play the Saturday Challenge daily puzzles, which are the hardest puzzles of the week. And spoiler alert, here today's daily challenge 2 is actually pretty difficult. So I am David. I made this game and I'm your host, and with me today is
Allison. I am the voice of Fiona, and I write the trivia.
and
I'm Caitlin. I don't know. I'm the third member of this team.
yes, awesome. Well, I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, celebrated something, and had a lot of good food to eat. I know Allison and I were super excited because we haven't had a lot of desserts and good things lately. But man, we made up for it yesterday. So
Yep.
my favorite thing ever for the holidays anyway is eggnog, and I am somewhat proud and also a little ashamed to admit that I drank 3 quarts of eggnog.
Oh my God, 3 quarts?
3 quarts over a couple
No,
days.
did you
over a couple days.
So did you buy eggnog in the store or did you make it from scratch?
I bought it. I'm a little scared.
Okay, well that's probably better because you make it from scratch and it has like raw eggs in it.
Yeah, I'm
really
a little
worried.
afraid of that now. Although I grew up drinking raw eggnog,
Yeah.
but
Well, you just got to put enough booze in it
oh,
so it kills the bacteria, right?
oh, is that how it works? Okay, my sister makes
my
it
theory.
herself, but she makes the cooked kind, so
Okay.
it gets
Okay.
heated. But no, I got the pasteurized kind, but I do insist on pure cane sugar. None of that corn syrup stuff. That's an abomination. So
I see.
yes, and I've had it hot and cold, and I have a little milk frother that I put it in and froth it up, and it's so delicious. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we had a few days of homemade eggnog lattes that were very
Yes.
good.
Yes, extra eggnog.
Yep. And then yesterday for dessert we had eggnog creme brulee that was very good
Ooh,
too.
yeah.
Ooh,
We-
that does sound good.
We've had a lot of eggnog.
I'm not a huge eggnog fan. You know, I've had it a couple times and I'm like, it's okay.
Oh.
But I mean, creme brulee in all forms is
Yeah.
Yes.
delicious. So, you know.
Yeah, that was the ultimate. I love a good creme brulee, and having an eggnog version of it was just over the top. So
Yeah.
that was exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Christmas flavor is peppermint, like anything. You know, mint anything. I'm the mint fan. So like I buy the peppermint creamer to go in my coffee. You know, I like peppermint bark is the best. I like, and they only will have it in the store, you know, around Christmas time. So I go and I stock up and I have like 3 bags. I'm like, all right, this is gonna last me through February.
That's like my brother. He inhales peppermint bark. You can't have like a
my
tin of
God.
it anywhere. It's gone.
I do like the combination
Yeah.
of peppermint and chocolate.
Yeah.
The peppermint bark is fantastic. Okay, so if anyone is not familiar with what we do around here, we're going to play the daily challenge in just a few minutes, and you're welcome to play along with us, see if you can beat our times, or if you just need a little help. Hopefully we're going to solve it for you. So last week was so easy, we just whipped through it.
Yeah.
But this week I think we're going to pay, from what I hear, so we'll see. We'll see. I wanted to show you a couple of things. Let me turn off this image so you can see our screens. A couple new things I've been working on. Real quick, we have, so we got new team icons there. So like kind of darker, fit better with the theme. Some visual improvements. But the main thing here is I reorganized the community button a bit. So the invite was new last week, so that's where you can invite a friend and you both get 100 coins when they try the game. But the new one is that now you can send a gift. So I'm super excited about this. The App Store will open again on Monday, and I'll put it in there. So it'll be coming to you soon. But basically, you can choose some coins and send and it will create a link that you can send to anyone, share with them, share it over text, email, however you like. And when the other person collects or taps the link, they'll collect their coins. So there's also a little history button here which shows the gifts that you've sent and whether or not they've been accepted. All of mine have been accepted so far. So, but I sent, one of the interesting things which I do when I'm testing, but also you might find useful, is sending coins to yourself, which I pointed out last week. But just as a refresher, why you might want to do that is if you have all your coins on one device and you want to move them over to another device, you can do that by creating a gift of all your coins and then collecting them on the other device. So I'm very curious to see what people do with this feature. One other thing I did is under settings, you can now redeem. If the link doesn't work for some reason, you can type the number in here and redeem it that way. Hopefully you never have to do that. And in order to fit all those new buttons in, I moved the credits and help and emailing support under a separate button. So there you go. Check out the buttons basically on the title page. And for those of you who are super sharp, it's just reminding me of Allison's been listening to like a podcast on the real life Sherlock. One of those SH people. Yes, on Sherlock and on the forensic analysis. Anyway, if you're really sharp, you may have noticed a couple of new things on the title page. All the suits are represented now.
Yep.
If you notice, like your screen, there's only 3 suits. Also, they're the wrong colors.
Yeah, they are.
So,
well, one of them is anyway.
Yeah, that was the very
2
early.
of them are.
Yeah, they're swapped. That was like a very early drawing, one of the very first pieces of art from David, and it was, he at the time thought there were only 3 suits in the game because he hadn't seen a match 4.
Yeah.
So now that they're actual teams, I felt like, people might actually care that their team isn't represented in the title. So now they're all there and they're the right colors. So
I have a question about the gift thing.
Yes.
If you were to say, generate, so you said it generates a link. So if you were to, instead of sending the link to an individual person by text or email or whatever, if you were to say, post it in Discord or post it on Twitter or some other more public thing, would it just be whoever got to it first would get it?
Yes, that's exactly right. The first person to claim it would get it, and everyone else would just, nothing would happen. So.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool to, like, if you wanted to challenge somebody to, I don't know, or something like, I don't know.
That's what I'm hoping that people.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of interesting uses for it, I guess.
I'm hoping people will use it on the Discord to kind of maybe help their teammates out, or like you said, do some cool competitions. Because you can always direct message someone on Discord to give them the code, so they don't have to like be the first one to click on it. But yeah, I think it has some potential, and I'm going to try at least one time to have some sort of competition and see how that goes. And so we'll do a little experimenting. So. All right, and so we'll start the challenge in just a minute, but stick around because after the challenge, we have my favorite part of the show, Fun Facts, with Allison and Caitlin, and I even have one today. So, yes. So it'll be a short one, and it's one that last week I said I would follow up on, and I'm actually doing that. So, yeah. Okay, so you ready? Last week, for the very first time, Allison came in last. It's never happened before, so.
Not with 3 of us, yeah.
No. So, yep, she has to do the countdown this week.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
All right, whenever you're ready, take it away.
3, 2, 1, go.
What? Oh my gosh.
Oh, mine didn't start when I tapped on it right away.
Oh. Okay. So, I haven't heard anything about the first one being hard.
Me neither.
So I'm guessing we'll probably blow through that, and it's going to be whoever manages to do the second one first. Although I managed to get stuck on the first one.
I'm restarting.
What? Whoops. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh. Okay, I'm starting over. That was bad. That was a bad start.
Okay.
Oh, stuck again. What?
I had a plan. I don't remember what it was.
Okay, I feel like this is better. But no, still stuck.
No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, my sound's not on. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Oh, you finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear the warning sounds of all those collections.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm still stuck. Oh, shoot.
All right, I'm done with the first one too.
Oh, great.
What a masterpiece!
What a masterpiece.
Okay. So the fact that people are getting stuck on the second one tells me that it's probably like a start with a lot of stacking kind of deal.
Too late.
So I'm not even gonna try something else. Well, no, as I collect a match. That might come back to bite me.
Why am I still on this one? I'm still on
Don't
the
worry,
first
you're
one.
probably gonna like blow through number 2, and we're gonna be left looking foolish. So
I may never
I'm
get to
ready.
number 2.
I'm restarting too.
Okay, I finished 1. Thank goodness. All right, I'm back. Okay.
I love that long goal.
So long.
It's very long.
Yeah. I'm guessing that probably there's a tricky match that you really want to get that you should not. That's
I
usually
think I just got that one. Right as you
that's
said
what usually seems to mark the difficult ones.
All right, I'm gonna undo that match.
It's like a very tempting match that you cannot get. That's probably it. It's probably those 5s. That's what I'm guessing. But how to not get those and make progress? Oh no. No. What's the longest we've ever taken? I think like a half hour or something.
There was that one you did with Cassie before I was a regular, and it
Well,
took,
yeah.
that was a really, really long one. I remember.
But was it long just because back then we were all finishing?
I think it was just a long one.
No, because I think it was like Allison finished and you and Cassie. It was.
Oh,
on
we
the
didn't
third one.
finish.
And
Oh,
so Allison was the only one who finished.
yes. Okay, now I do remember that
Back
one.
when I was good at this game.
Oh, that was torture.
I don't remember my favorite thing that has ever happened on this stream was one time. David, you were like, what are you doing? Why are you getting so many matches to Allison? And she goes, well, I don't know if you heard it, but the game is called Match Solitaire.
Oh, that
my
sounds
single
like
favorite thing thing that has ever happened.
That sounds
by
like
the
Allison
way,
for sure.
I'm about to finish this.
What?
Good for you.
Done. I did get the
No
5
way.
stars. I actually did get the 5s pretty early.
Okay, getting those 5s then.
So it's
not be
okay.
deterred
You
from
can do it
getting them.
with getting the 5.
Oh no. All right. I don't feel like I'm even in the ballpark. No. So can't go that way. Uh-oh.
That was
Somebody's
me.
finishing.
I'm all done.
Oh.
Good job.
Oh shoot! Does that mean do one of us have to finish in order to figure out who has to?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like you could take a few minutes. We can set a time limit, and if
we don't want
neither
to go
of you get
too.
it within the next, like, I don't know, 5 minutes or whatever.
don't want to go
I don't know
too
what
long.
time you want to set, but
Yeah, basically, I'll give it another college try, and then I quit. Wow, man, you went right through that.
Yeah.
I didn't feel. I mean, well, the third one was easy, but I don't feel like I went right through the second one. I just was sort of like, I don't know.
Wow, that was great.
And do something crazy and just restart it.
Okay, last restart. We can't go on forever. We got to get to the I can't talk and play at the same time. I have to get to the trivia. Yes. Fun facts. That's it. Gosh.
Do you want me to look at what my second match was?
Uh,
do you want a hint?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I'm gonna get it. But probably not live.
I'm not going to get it at all.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready to move on. Are you? I don't think I'm gonna get it soon.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm ready to move
We
on.
call it a draw.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, I will point out. Do you see at the top of the screen now? It's also a new feature. Well, a new art, where the daily 2 of 3 is inside a little UI element.
Oh, it's much easier to read that way.
Yes.
Because sometimes if you have a light colored background, like the one Allison has, it's like it's hard to read the white text on that sometimes.
Yes. So that's been bugging me since I made this game, and I haven't been able to figure out how to solve it because, there's like notches, like couldn't attach it to the top of the screen because there's like a notch, and there's you never know how far. I don't know. But David had the genius idea to attach it to the right instead of the center, and that just fixed everything. So yeah, so now I can have any background I want, including light ones, and everything will show up. So that's exciting for me anyway. And probably didn't notice that, but my little coin animation is better now too, because the coins were on yours go behind the button, which is, you're losing a lot of the animation there. Anyway.
They go behind the button.
Yeah, so like when you collect the coins at the end, they fly up to the counter at the top where you have 36,234 coins. They were going behind it.
Oh.
So, and then when they like kind of like explode into glimmers, but it was all happening behind the button. But now it's on top, so you'll be able to see it again.
I didn't pay attention this time, but when, like on days when it's like a lot of coins, sometimes I'm sitting there waiting for them to collect for a long time. So I don't. Maybe you already changed this, and I wasn't paying attention. But it might be nice to like set a maximum length of the animation, and so that the same way that you set a maximum length on when you do autoplay, there's like a maximum length. So if it's a lot of moves, it does it really fast.
Yeah, it compresses them into the time.
If you could make the coin animation like faster for the, set a limit.
Yes.
So I'm not sitting there for like 10 seconds. 10 seconds watching coins climb feels really long. I don't know if it's actually 10 seconds. It feels like minutes, but it's obviously not.
Yeah, I have that on my to-do list because I was thinking about you giving someone 30,000 coins and how long that would take.
Well, I'm not giving anyone 30,000 coins in one go, but 1,000 here and there, I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah, 1,000 coins would take quite a while. So yeah, I will change that. But just so you know, you don't actually have to wait for it. You can go on.
Oh,
it's just
you can do other things.
Yeah,
I feel like I tried once and it didn't work. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Maybe it's that you can't. I think it's that you can't tap on the challenge button again. Because sometimes I'll be like, wait, well, how long is my streak? And I want to go look at it, but the coins are still collecting. And I'm like, fine, I'll wait.
Oh, yeah.
I think maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, yes, I will speed that up. I'm probably just going to make it count by hundreds or thousands, depending on how many you have, something like that. But yeah, I'll speed it up. Although I personally enjoy sitting there watching all my daily challenge coins tally up. So. But I'll put a max on it. Yes. All right. So, Allison, do you want to start us off?
Okay.
Fun facts with Allison.
So I was tired. No, I had some trouble coming up with a fun fact today, and I thought
she told me this morning she wasn't going to do one at all. I was like, "What?"
I told you yesterday, and you said that was fine, but somebody changed his tune this morning.
Kidding. It's not fine ever.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna today is two different holidays, Boxing Day and St. Stephen's Day. So I'm going to focus primarily on Boxing Day. So the tradition of Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. Apparently, if the day after Christmas is a weekday, so today is an ambiguous Boxing Day. But apparently Saturdays are mostly okay. It's just Boxing Day can't fall on a Sunday.
Oh.
Interesting. I don't know.
And you just skip it?
No, you just skip. You just don't have it on the Sunday, and then you have it on the Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So supposedly the tradition of Boxing Day, it might actually date to St. Stephen's Day when churches would put out alms boxes for the poor.
Oh, it's not punching people.
It's not punching people. It's gift boxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was I was told when I was young that it's called Boxing Day because it's the day when you box up all your Christmas decorations.
Ah.
But I was like, I don't think that's right. I knew even that was not right.
I don't know.
It's not consistent with my research, but I don't know.
I don't think that's right. But anyway.
So it like the first kind of recorded, or when it makes its appearance in the OED anyway, is the 1830s, and then it defines Boxing Day as the first weekday after Christmas Day, observed as a holiday on which postmen, errand boys, and servants of various kinds expect to receive a Christmas box. So many people that were in service roles had to work Christmas Day. Mm-hmm. So they would typically get their Christmas gifts, their gratuities, their tips from their employers or their customers the day after Christmas in a Christmas box. So that's where the term comes from. It's basically...
You deserve a round of applause.
Whoops, sorry.
Thanks, Penny.
What was that?
Sorry, sorry, I unlocked Penny yesterday. Sorry. I was just wanted to make my stars swing, and I accidentally tapped on her.
Yeah. So the only other... two things about it. One, Boxing Day now is more like a commercial holiday. It's kind of like the Christmas equivalent of Black Friday. It's a lot of post-Christmas sales now. But it is a bank holiday in the UK. And And then the other thing about it, which I was kind of, as I was reading about Boxing Day and the Feast of St. Stephen, who I won't get into because I've been told not to go into gory things.
Thank
on the
goodness.
podcast, is that I was thinking about, like, Good King Wenceslas is not a Christmas song. It's a St. Stephen's Day song.
I don't even know what that song is.
Well, I'm not going to sing it, but maybe you can play us out with it. So that's just a little bit about Boxing Day and St. Stephen's Day, the traditional days after Christmas.
I won't
nice.
sing it, but the lyrics go like, "Good King Wenceslas looked out upon the feast of Stephen," right?
Yeah.
Isn't that that's really the only words
Yeah.
I know to the song?
Yeah, and
But-
they're like themes about like recognizing, like sharing and recognizing
Okay.
people that are less fortunate than you are, and
Oh,
yeah,
that goes along with the Boxing Day a little bit, I guess.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, now we know what Boxing Day is. It's
Yeah.
not for punching people. It's for
No.
giving gifts to people who had to work on Christmas.
on Christmas.
In boxes.
In a box.
Yeah.
Put it in a box.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Kayla, what have you got for us today?
So mine is not explicitly Christmassy, but it is
Okay.
food related because
Ooh.
we all eat a lot of food at Christmas and, often do baking and things. So yesterday for Christmas, I made lasagna, and
Ooh.
as I was putting the tin foil on, or the aluminum foil to be precise, on top of the lasagna to go in the oven, I thought, why is one side of the tin foil shiny and the other side not?
Oh.
And does it matter? Because I've heard different things. Some people are like, oh, you have to put the shiny side out for cold things and the shiny side in for hot things because it's more reflective.
Okay.
And so it reflects the heat. That's not true. I did some research. So that is not true. It does not matter which way you put it. You can do it whichever way you like,
Oh, good to
aesthetically
know.
or whatever.
Because I always,
Because it's like, even if one side is technically more reflective, I guess, of the heat than the other, if you think about it, that's going to be true whichever direction it comes from. So even if you put the shiny side out and the dull side in on something that you want to be hot,
Mhm.
the heat, maybe is going to pass through it and hit, but it's still going to hit the outer shiny side. If there was a
Okay.
difference, there's not really a difference.
Okay.
The reason that there's a difference in appearance is just kind of a manufacturing artifact that at the aluminum foil factory,
Uh-huh.
it comes rolled out on these big rolls, double thick. And so whichever side has been pressed against the drum is, I think, the dull side. And so then when the two pieces are peeled apart, the inside is the shiny side.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is. And then it gets cut and whatever, packaged up. But so it's really just a side effect of sorts of the manufacturing process that the two sides look different. But functionally, you can use it either way to your heart's content.
Well, that's great to know because now I don't have to spend a lot of time trying to make up my mind which way it should go every single time because
Yeah.
yes, I do.
Yeah.
When was the last time you used tinfoil?
I had to wrap those brownies.
I wrapped them.
I had to rewrap them.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she does not want her brownies to get dried out.
But they were in the They were in the Pyrex.
Dry brownies are the worst.
Why did
I
you
love
have
the
to?
dry brownies
Why'd you have to rewrap them in the Pyrex?
because they were wrapped in parchment paper
And tinfoil.
then tinfoil and
Yeah.
then placed in the Pyrex with the lid on.
Yeah.
So 3 sealed layers keeping your
And was
But
But what I'm
this
going
Moist.
back to is, I don't think you contributed any of those layers.
No, but I had to rewrap them
Okay.
over and over.
Did
I
you
had
get
to
a new?
unwrap
Did
them,
you get
cut
new
them.
tinfoil out?
No,
Okay. All right.
no.
So David, what you're saying is that as you were eating, you would go in and you would take one out to eat it, and then you would have to rewrap the rest.
Yes.
Of it. Okay.
Yes. Well, yeah, I had to slice them up, but
I'm sorry, and you had to think about which way to put the tinfoil. When
Absolutely.
you had just taken it off, and you had to
No.
think about how to put it back on.
no, but I don't necessarily trust the way she does it. I got to think for myself. So.
Oh no.
It's very complicated because we have a certain way that we eat the brownies. She likes the middle. I like the edges. So basically, I cut the entire center section out, and I eat all the edges, and she eats the middle. That's
okay. So that's very fortunate that you like the different parts.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
That's
is,
great.
'cause
You're
if we
never
like
like
the
fighting
same-
over who gets which part.
Exactly.
However, I have a suggestion for you, and that is that if you provided you have enough containers,
Okay.
when after the brownies are baked and you slice them, you take all the middle pieces and you put them in one container, and that is Allison's container.
Yeah.
And then you take all the edge pieces and you put them in a separate container, and that is David's container. And then you have your separate containers.
That's
Caitlin,
true.
I can't even tell you how many brownies would accidentally be taken out of my container.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Poor Allison. She's a little traumatized. She's starting. You know how you can that stereotype. You can tell someone who's been in prison by how they like put their arm around their plate when they eat. That's starting to happen to Allison. I noticed. So.
Yeah. I just because he eats a little bit faster than I do, and I don't know. I think we grew up in different, like, obviously different houses where his family had dessert immediately after eating dinner,
Yeah,
and my
it's part of
family
dinner.
is like, you like go, you do something, and then you come back and have dessert like an hour later.
Yeah.
So I'm just never ready to eat dessert right after dinner.
That is identical, I think, to my relationship, because I'm the same way as you, Allison. We
Yeah.
would have a little break, and
No.
then you'd have dessert. We didn't
Yeah.
have dessert every night, but like if you did, it was usually later.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We had.
And so we'll eat. So and my husband, I think, did the dessert right afterwards thing, and so we'll eat dinner. And then he'll be like, "Okay, is it time for dessert?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah, that drives me nuts. But it's but we had we had our cake and ate it too, because we had dessert with dinner, but then we also had dessert later. So there were two desserts. There's like the
I mean, if you can't do that
That's-
on Christmas, when can you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you have a dessert with the meal, and then later when you're relaxing, doing whatever, then you have some more dessert, different
So
kind.
It ends up at like a 2-to-1 dessert ratio. So I do have to like claim things where
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Plus,
you get this piece that I'm putting here, and my pieces are over here, because I invariably have plural pieces.
yeah.
So,
I also eat one thing at a time, which means that
Oh, yeah.
I get through something a lot further, quicker.
Yeah.
than- yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated learning how to eat together. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
We're strange.
I actually, so last week I mentioned a story.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot David had a fun fact.
Yes, I have a
Here I
fun
was
fact
thinking about
too.
food, and I forgot there was another fun fact.
Yes, now that my mouth is watering. So,
sorry.
My story starts with a man named David Hess, who lived in Manhattan and owned an apartment building, a 5-story apartment building in the West Village called the Voorhees. So, sadly, in 1907, he died. But that's not the end of the story. It's not even the beginning of the story, because David, well, no, I was going to say Voorhees, but I forgot his name already.
David Hess.
David Hess, basically his family inherited the property, his estate.
Yep.
So everything's fine, and then the city decides they're going to extend 7th Avenue. So and I forgot the name of this eminent domain. The city claimed eminent domain over the about 250, a little over 250 buildings, and decided they were going to demolish them to make way to extend the subway and 7th Ave. So the Hesses fought valiantly in court for a few years, but ultimately lost, and the Voorhees building was demolished. However, one of the more astute Hesses was studying the survey report or the actual survey and noticed that there was a tiny triangle of the property that had not been, it was sort of like left over from the city property line. So there was a very tiny triangle left in the corner that still belonged to the Hess estate. So the city, when they found out, asked the Hess estate to donate the property to the city, but they refused, and one of them installed a plaque in this little triangle that says, "Property of the Hess estate, which has never been dedicated for public purpose." And that little triangle in mosaic you can find today. It's still there in the West Village. What is it, on the corner of
7th and Christopher.
7th and Christopher.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is one of the, if not the smallest properties in Manhattan and perhaps all of New York City.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yep, you can stand on it. It's about the size of your foot, and it also happens to be it's probably the first time Allison and I spent much time together. When I chased her down after she left a birthday party early and managed
Didn't
to
leave it early.
convince her to show me around town a little bit, since she had been a tour guide in the past, and this is where she took me. So, yep. Anyway, that's my fun fact. If you're ever in the West Village, check it out.
Yeah, it's right by one of the entrances to the Christopher Street stop on the 1.
Yeah, right outside the Village Cigar Shop.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's my fun fact. So that concludes this episode. What was that song you wanted me to play out with?
Good King Wenceslas?
Good King. I have no idea what you're saying. Good King what? Wentz?
Really?
You didn't have to sing it in chorus?
Never heard of this song in my life. So.
I think we played it.
So this actually ties into sort of, well, I guess it was like my prelude to the fun facts last week when I mentioned that I was trying to look up the origin of some Christmas songs. And so a lot of the traditional ones we think of are actually from the 1800s. So they're not super duper old. They're, less than 200 years old. I mean, which is sort of old, but not really in the grand scheme of things.
True.
But actually, according to Wikipedia, anyway, one of the very few Christmas carols we still have from the Middle Ages is Good King Wenceslas.
Oh.
So this is a very old Christmas song, as Christmas songs go.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited to hear it. I have no idea.
I think you would. Maybe you'll recognize it.
I have no idea. Well, so we're choosing the rendition by the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, which that I had, which brings back some memories when I was road tripping and living in my car. I stopped in Salt Lake City, and there was a big line outside the Mormon Tabernacle with a bunch of people standing there. So I was feeling adventurous. I was wearing all black, and I fit in, so I just got in the line. And turns out it was the Mormon Tabernacle Choir doing a performance, so I got to see that. But I just kind of walked in with the group.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got a picture of that on my blog from back in the day. It was quite an experience. So, okay. That wraps it up then. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Next week, we'll post a link in the Discord to our Twitch stream. So we're going to try out Twitch for a little bit and see how that goes for a change of pace.
David will be doing the countdown.
It's okay. I guess I'll be doing the countdown, since if we call a draw, I lose.
Yep.
All right. Fair enough.
Oh, is this like a tie goes to the runner situation? Ties go to Allison.
I feel
rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. You
did it this week. Okay, yeah. I'll do it next week. Next draw, You do it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I guess I will play us out with Good King, whatever,
Oh dear.
Wenceslas. Good King Wenceslas by the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. All right, we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Hope you had a Merry Christmas and have a great weekend. Bye.
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 Is this playing? Oh, I forgot to turn the volume up.
Oh dear.
Okay, let's try this again.
Take two.
Let's try this again. Okay, turn the volume up, David. Here we go. Good King Wenceslas. King Wenceslas looked down on the oh, I I just never knew what it was.